She's something to behold, elegant and bold. She's electricity running through my soul. And I could easily lose my mind. The way you kiss me will work each time, calling me to come back to bed, singing Georgia on my mind. And lips generous and warm, you build me up like steps. Eyes innocent and wild, remind me what it's like. And I could easily lose my mind. The way you kiss me will work each time, pulling me back into the flames. And I'm burning up again, I'm burning up. And I never understood what was at stake. I never thought your love was worth its weight. But now you're come and gone, I finally worked it out, I've worked it out. I never should have told you, never should have let you see inside. Don't want it trouble in your mind. I never should have told you, I never should have let you see inside. Don't want it trouble in your mind. Hi, my name's John. Today we're going to have a look at Georgia by Vance Joy. If you've struggled previously with bar chords, I'm going to show you a little cheat, a little way to play an easier shape. So we're going to be doing everything basically on the A string and on the B string. You're going to have two shapes, one of which is going to be a tone apart, so like 2 frets apart like this. That's going to be your major chord shape. For a minor chord shape, you just have to move this third finger back 1 fret. So that would be a minor, that would be a major. We're going to be playing everything relative to the capo. You can play this song without the capo, or if you're singing the song, you can also move the capo back to suit your voice better. So first of all, the first shape that you're going to play, the first chord is E minor. So relative to the capo, that would mean that your first finger is going to be on the 7th fret of the A string, and your third finger is going to be on the 8th fret of the B string, like this. So this is going to be E minor. If you move that back down to the 2nd fret, this gives you B minor. So now I'm on the 2nd fret of the A and the 3rd fret of the B. Then if you move that shape up 1 fret again, and then move your 3rd finger an additional fret, so now you've got fret 3 on the A string and fret 5 on the B string, that gives you C major. So that's the first thing you want to do, just practice the shapes. So you've got E minor, B minor, C. Now you may find that initially a bit tricky, that change from B minor to C, so by all means practice moving between those two shapes. The next part is you're going to take this C shape that you played and move it up 2 frets. On the 5th fret of the A string and the 7th fret of the B string. This gives you D. And then you're going to play your B minor C bit again, so back to the 2nd fret, then up to the 3rd fret. So now so far you've got E minor, B minor C, D, B minor C. So this is the chord sequence for the intro and the verse. So the right hand picking pattern. Then you're going to move to your B chord, B minor chord, and you're only going to play the first 3 notes of that though, so just literally 1 and 2. The rest of the bar is going to be on the C chord. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I'll do it again. Okay, let's try putting all of that together. 3 and 4 and. Okay, and then you want to do the same thing, but this time you're going to start on the D chord. So moving that C chord up 2 frets, so you're on the 5th fret and the 7th fret again. And you play the pattern once through. And then B minor, C, just like before. Let's try putting both of those bits together. Here we go. 3 and 4 and. Okay, so that's your intro and your verse. I think in the song he plays that through twice for the introduction, then 4 times through for the verse. So before you go to the chorus, there's this little strange sort of 2-bar interlude bit, which is going to be your C chord and your D chord, and a whole bar of each. So you just do the whole pattern on each chord like this. 3 and 4 and. Okay, and then you'd go into then there's a little pause actually, and then you go into the chorus. So I'll just join that to the previous section so you can try that out. 3 and 4 and. Okay, 2 things I forgot to mention there actually. So you finish off the verse on that C chord, and then your interlude bit starts on the C chord as well. So you end up with playing that part twice. Then when it moves to the D chord, you might have noticed that I finished on a different note, which is what he does in the song. On the B string instead of the G. It doesn't really matter. If you were to finish on the G, it would still sound okay. It's just whether you want to do it like the song or not. And then there's a little pause, and then it goes into the chorus. Now the chorus, you start on E minor, you do a full bar there, then you're going to move to your D and do a full bar there, and then, this is the only point in the song where you actually change strings, you're going to move your first finger up to the 6th string, the E string on the 3rd fret, and then you're going to play the open B string with it. Sorry, you're going to play the rest of the pattern will stay the same. So I'll just start from the first part of the sequence, and then we'll come to this. So we've got then the D, For the G, you go here, 3rd fret of the E string, everything else is open. And you play just the same strings as before with your fingers. And then you go to the C chord to finish off. So let's put all that together. 3 and 4 and. And again, it'll do that about 6 times. Okay, after that, it goes back and plays another verse, another interlude, another chorus, and then you've got this bridge section. For this, you start on your C chord. Remember, that's at the 3rd fret on the A string. And as before, you play the shape. You can also include this open G string if you want. I've noticed on sort of closer examination, it sounds a bit like he's playing all 3 strings, like that. So you play C. Never should have told you. Never should have let you see inside. So I can't sing with the capo for this bit, it's a bit too high for me, but this is the bit I'm talking about. And then the E minor, and then the G. The G, I've moved up to the 10th fret now. So on the 10th fret for the G. So there's no picking during this bit, it's just literally just one pluck. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The last little bit is kind of like the chorus, actually, but you only play sort of the first part of it, so literally it's like this. So you see I'm not completing the sequence. I also move back at the end of this end of this picking that I'm doing now. I move to the 7th fret of the 2nd string. So it's 1 and 2 and 3, 4. That's the timing. Then you go to your G. 3, 4. You do the same thing on that shape. So that bit, I'll play it together for you. 3 and 4 and. Does it again. Then it moves up to this 10th fret again. So you've got 2 ways of playing G, here and here. But at this moment it goes up to the 10th fret, that version of G. And then you play the C to finish. And then you have another chorus. And then you play through the chorus a couple of times before finishing just on the C chord. So that's the whole thing. When you listen to the tune, it's really quite fast, so make sure you practice this really slowly. Get the chords right to start with, then get the picking pattern, and then when you're feeling confident you can speed it up. It's not a really tricky tune, but it is a little bit harder than you might be used to if you haven't done any picking before. If you do have any questions about this, then do just put a comment in the box below, and I'll try and help you out best I can. Thanks.